Hi everyone, I'm Gary Reid and this is Ian Rogers, and we're here today to tell you about our program Discovering Your Authenticity Creatively. What we're going to be talking to you about is why we're doing the program, what do we hope to bring to it as facilitators, and also what you as participants will get from the program. So without further ado, Ian, so why are we doing this program?
Hi everybody, hi, I'm Ian. So thank you, Gary. Thanks for introducing me. Yeah, why do we want to do this program? So I thought a little bit about this before we started, and essentially, I'm a counselor and I'm very passionate about self-development, and I have been most of my life, really. And that runs alongside my career as an artist. So really, it just seems like the natural thing for me to bring the two worlds together, and that's creativity and self-development. So yeah, that's what's behind my motivation to want to do this program with you.
Okay.
Have you had thoughts on that yourself, Gary? What would be your motivation?
Well, I suppose for me, going back to when we started talking about this, crikey, last April, I think it was April 2020, I was reflecting on, in my role as a leadership coach, how a lot of people in roles have imposter syndrome, or their inner critic is very loud. And that's how we started the program. But as we've evolved, we've really realized that authenticity underpins what drives that. And we both felt that actually a program focusing on authenticity would be more encompassing and provide a greater range of benefits for people. So that's, for me, why we're doing it, just to help people.
Yeah, that rings true for me too, Gary. Actually, and that has been our journey, hasn't it? Sort of as we've developed the program, that's how it's evolved. Actually, that's where the focus is. Okay, so that brings us to the next question that you asked earlier, and what do you bring to, what do we bring as individuals to this program?
Well, it's interesting actually. I think I posted about this program on LinkedIn, and someone said, "Oh, that looks like an insightful program." And my immediate response was, "Well, yes, of course it's going to be, because actually you've got a counsellor, an artist, and someone who meditates and leads meditation classes and does art classes as well, and you've got someone who's a leadership coach and a leadership facilitator." I thought, well, the combination is going to certainly be insightful. And for me, really, I enjoy working with you, is it really is your groundedness and the connection that you have with people, but also, as we can see behind you, your art and how that really adds value to the whole process for people. And I think for me, it's about flow, and you bring flow to the process.
Yeah, thanks for that. So that brings me to what I think you bring to the process, and you demonstrate it really naturally and really well, Gary. And you did it just there. I always experience an enormous amount of empathy from you, and I really appreciate that about working with you. And I really hope that the participants that join us on this program experience that as well, because I think that's a real quality of yours. And you mentioned that you experience a certain amount of groundedness from me, so that's how you experience me. Well, I get the same in return. So I find that you help me to come back to you raise certain points, and you do that very well. And you help to remind me of references and points that we've made, things that we discuss, and you do it in a very natural, flowing way. I guess that comes from your years of training as a coach and as a teacher. So yeah, I really enjoy working with you, and you just naturally bring me back.
Thanks, Ian. That's a really nice, some nice feedback there. It's really helpful. Now, I think the next element is, what do or what will participants get from the program? And I think just at the outset, I want to just clarify about this creativity piece, because I know a lot of people might be put off by that, or some people might be put off by it. And ultimately, as we say in the text on the website, we provide the creativity. You don't need to be a creative person to join the program. But if you are, all the better for it. But perhaps, Ian, you'd just like to explain how we use creativity in the program.
Absolutely. Yeah, creativity, obviously being an artist and being a counselor and being self-employed, there's many aspects about my life which encourage and stimulate creativity. And as you pointed out there, certainly don't want people to think that they need to be artists to join this course. Quite the opposite, actually. I think it's within all of us to be creative, and we all express it in different ways. And it's a very good resource when it's, it's a really good resource to call on when we get stuck, when we need to overcome inner obstacles and outside obstacles. So that's hence my passion for creativity. And hopefully we can teach people, we can show people, we can meet people with methods and strategies and how to access that for themselves. And so, to address what we've spoken about in the presentation about being an imposter, about encountering that imposter syndrome, and moving back to an authentic self. So it's using creativity to achieve that, and that's what we're essentially hoping people will get from the program.
Good, thank you. And for me, I mean, ultimately, I suppose for myself, I've been on my own authentic journey, authenticity journey for a number of years now, and one of my observations is that I think for a lot of people, we talk about authenticity quite freely, but actually a lot of people don't really know who the true authentic person inside them is. And for me, what this program really is about is helping them to uncover that, because ultimately we're influenced by parents, siblings, children, wider family, society. There's so many influences that can really make us sometimes think we're someone that we're not. And that's been a journey I've been on, particularly in my career, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And I really feel that this program can help unlock that for people. And the big benefit, or what I feel people will get from the program, is that once you find your real authentic self, you're living in a life of better flow, and consequently you're not fighting against someone you're not, and therefore you're not wasting energy, and you'll have a more your life should be more abundant with energy and hopefully joy. So for me, with the course, that's the ultimate sort of the journey we're going on, but also the tools and techniques that we'll use will help you to, once you've accessed your authenticity, to help you to implement it and use it and sustain it.
Yeah, a lot of what you said reiterated my objective as well, so that's hopefully what we're going to see and experience.
Okay. Well, so hopefully that's given everyone a real flavour of what the program's about and what you should get at the end of it, and why Ian and I are doing this together. And we hope you'll join us in our Zoom workshop, and we look forward to seeing you when we start. So thanks very much.
Thank you.